My name is Reverend Morodu. I'm a pastor in the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Southern Africa. I'm a project coordinator for Masithethe, Let's Talk. Well, it was an interesting project, actually. For one, we did a study process where we did focus group discussions, where we're interviewing young people around South Africa. So far, we interviewed 121 young people, and we had some insights on their experiences and opinions on sexuality and gender-based violence. And so far, the insights we had discovered that actually gender-based violence is something that does not happen in our homes, but also in institutions just like the church, where pastors are supposed to be shepherds, but they have turned into wolves who are abusing young men, young women, and women in the church. And it seems like the church does not have a system of assisting the survivors of gender-based violence. Nonetheless, I think the biggest challenge was this project happened during COVID-19. So mobilizing young people was a struggle. But yeah, so far it went well. So far we've done only consultations. The purpose was just to get the overview of experiences and opinions. But around August, we are having a brunch meeting where we would be having 80 young people. And the purpose of the brunch meeting is now to have a dialogue with religious leaders to talk about sexuality, because as Lutherans, we say sex is a gift. Sexuality is a gracious gift. And now I think for many years, the church has been controlling the topic on sex. So now young people will be discussing about their experiences and also having an engagement with the bishop and talking about LGBTIQ, and to say we've got young boys who identify themselves as lesbians and they would want to wear certain dressing. So that on its own, it will be an interesting conversation to have with the bishop and young people. Generally, I think one of my point where I've been actually thinking about is the issue of safe spaces, because our project is more about creating safe spaces. And in one of our conversations was, what is a safe space and how do we define and what makes that space to be safe? Because in our journey, we have seen how facilitators, even leaders, they have a mouth and a foot syndrome, where in spaces we speak about gender-based violence, we are against gender-based violence, but immediately when we are outside those spaces, we're actually perpetrators. We've got pastors, activists, and professors who are speaking against gender-based violence, but immediately when they move out of those spaces in their own homes, they're the ones who are perpetrating the same violence. So for me, that was an interesting conversation, and also I'd like to hear more. What will young people say about this thing of safe space? The spaces that we have created in the church, are they truly safe? I think that the first principle for me is that, we say that Jesus Christ came so that everyone can have the abundant life, the freedom, people to be who they want to be. So beyond this project, I would like to see more young people being in spaces where they are free, where they are celebrated without being discriminated. So that is what I'm looking for.